God bless and great day, everybody. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for another blessed day. That wasn't meant to happen, but I had to fucking do some shit right quick. My bad, y'all. How everybody doing? What is going on here? Jesus Christ. We can't do that right now, so we're not gonna worry about that. Anyway, so thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for another blessed day. What is going on over here? Everything is happening right now. We still there? What is happening here? Y'all know I be trying to get so many streams going. Just let me figure out what's going on over here right quick. Y'all know I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Okay. God bless and great day, everybody. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for another blessed day. It is King T 420 SCC here back with another Smoking with the King each and every Friday. Y'all know we here. I don't know what's going on with this phone. Oh, okay, it connected finally. It's trying to connect, I believe. Yeah, shit, there we go. Okay, so today's topic. What are we talking about today, gang? Y'all know normally I come on and I talk about um, relationships, society, how things normally are in our culture. Hold on, cause this is really bugging me right now. I just can't do it. That's bugging me. Is there something happening here that I need to know about? We finna figure it out. Cause we can't have that. Yeah, no, we ain't gonna have that. So, I just been, talking about how we can get society better and how we can love on each other better and how if we was, better to each other, how things will work out for us a better way, right? So, with that being said, I figure I should tell y'all a little bit more about myself and who I am and why I am who I am and why I do the things that I do. Why I like to do the things that I do. Why I like to jump on here and talk to y'all and give y'all a little knowledge, give y'all some game, you know what I mean? Help y'all understand like life can seem like it's rough. But it ain't gotta be that way. It really don't. Like it can be a lot better. I should have did that beforehand. I'm kind of upset with that, but we still good, y'all. I'm just making sure making sure everything before I get back to it. Yeah, cause I don't like my shit doing that. I don't know what it was doing, but was doing some weird shit, and we don't play that weird shit. Oh, that would be nice. Oh, y'all still got it? Oh, is it gonna work right now? Cool. So, like I was saying, um, a lot of y'all don't know, but I'm on here each and every Friday. Facebook, this your first time experiencing Smoking with the King, so sit back, enjoy the show. You got some comments, comment, send stars, I appreciate it. So like I was saying, this is like gonna be more so about me this time. It's not gonna be like I normally do, talk about society, the culture, the community, talk about building it back up and us being together the way we should, because normally that's what I do. Normally that's where I be with it, and that's how I get down. Y'all know what I'm saying? Let me see something real quick, guys. Y'all know I'm on. Yeah, let me see. What is you doing? There we go. Bet. So, today on Smoking with the King, we're going to be talking about the King. Me, of course. That's what's up. God bless and great day, fan base. All those that's watching, I appreciate it. Everybody that's watching on all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, fan base. I definitely appreciate everybody. So, the topic of today's show is called Working on the Come Up. And I picked that topic because I know it's people out here that feel like life is extremely hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what they do, it seems like they're hitting a brick wall. No matter, like, and then you got those people that's looking at their situation and what they doing. It's not all that legal, so they got the feelings of damn, I wish I ain't have to do this, and you know what I'm saying, and oh, I wish I wish I had a better way and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, working on the come up episode, today's episode. The name of it is Working on the Come Up because I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about me and where I came from again, and why I do what I do. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for another blessed day. It is Friday, each and every Friday, 4 o'clock, 4:20 normally, Smoking with the King. You know what I'm saying? But I've been starting at 4 o'clock and I've been running it over to like 5:20, 5:30. But back to what I was saying. So I came from a place where I used to be in the streets like all the time. Like when you wanted to find me, you could find me definitely somewhere bouncing around in the streets, probably dealing with one of my people, chilling with one of my people or something like that. And everybody knew it too. It wasn't like it was a secret or nothing like that. Everybody knew. Like me and my dogs, we was probably ripping around in the street somewhere, and that's just where we was at with it. And we was good with that because we was young and we was playing with a couple dollars here and there, and we didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So we thought we was doing the right things. What we didn't know is that it was a better way. It's always a better way. But you got to be open to finding it. You got to really be open to wanting to do better and wanting to be better. You know what I'm saying? And so this journey starts where I was about 15, 14, 15, and I was, playing with all those bad illegal drugs and things like that out there. Put my hands on a couple dollars here and there, and you know what I'm saying? Because I was young. And like my mom and my dad, they was doing that type of stuff anyway. So I felt like that was the right route to go because I didn't have no other role models. Everybody around me was either doing drugs or selling drugs. Excuse the lingo, but it's the truth. And that's where I was with it. That's where I was at with it. That's all I knew. I didn't know nothing else. So I got to a place where I was like, shit, I ain't gonna just keep on sitting around asking people to do stuff for me and wondering why my life was going the way it was going. And I started doing a bunch of bad shit, just like all the people that was around me was doing all type of bad shit. And we all know that, that life ain't the life that nobody is cut out for real. That's not the life for nobody. And that ain't the life that I would tell nobody that they should live or want to live, to be honest with y'all. But yeah, I was young and I was doing things. I was getting money and I was feeling, like I was somebody. But I was a teenager. So let's not get this shit twisted. I was a teenager and I ain't know no better. Everybody around me was doing it. So I thought as long as I was getting money while I was doing this shit, as long as I was getting money, that I was doing the right thing. But little did I know, again, it was a better way. Not only was it a better way, but me thinking that I was doing the right thing, it gave me a sense of pridefulness and stubbornness where I felt like I didn't have to listen to certain people and I ain't have to do certain things that people was trying to teach me at a young age and things like that. Like when you young and you touching on money more than the average person, you really start to get a sense of entitlement. You really start to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody teach you nothing. And most of the time, it be a bunch of older heads around you trying to tell you, like, yeah, you got a couple dollars. You got a couple dollars, little dog, but you ain't really doing nothing. And if we not paying attention to what the older people around us is telling us, then we'll continue to live in that prideful, stubborn life. And we'll continue to go, which is what I did. I was young, prideful, and stubborn because, like I told y'all, my mother and my father, they did drugs. They was into the street life. So where I called myself wanting to look up to a person for, to be a mentor type deal, type shit like that, everybody was around me was touching on drugs and, some type of way in the streets like that. So that's what I turned to. And, I did that for a while. I played in the streets for a while. And I knew it wasn't right. But I also knew that I needed to make a way for myself. So this is what I was thinking. And I thought that me playing with the drugs was going to be the way to make the way. And, of course, that was not the way. Anybody that ever been in jail before will tell you selling drugs definitely ain't the way to go. So, I done been in jail a few different times. Thank God I ain't never had to go to penitentiary and spend a day to penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? But I have been to jail a few times. And those times did take time out of my life where I could have been in school or getting a trade or working on my own business, making my own dreams and visions come to fruition and things like that. But these are lessons that you don't really learn when you're young. You don't learn these things until you really get older. And after you get older, you start to realize, like, dang, I made a lot of mistakes that I didn't have to make if I'd have just been more open to listening to the people that was around me. You know what I'm saying? So back then, everything I thought I was doing was supposed to be working on the come up. That's what it was. Everything I thought I was doing was supposed to be working on the come up. So I was hustling. I was a bouncer. I had a job at McDonald's. I went to Job Corps. I got my GED. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, when I was young, I was doing a lot of stuff. But at the same time, y'all got to pay attention. Just because you're doing a lot of stuff don't mean that you focused on the right goal. I wasn't focused on the right goal. I wasn't focused on the right thing. Because, see, if I was smarter back then, if I knew then what I know now, which I told y'all back then, I would have saved. And I would have saved money and I would have found a real mentor, somebody to look up to that actually had something positive going on, someone that actually owned a business and that was working hard, diligent, daily, every day to make sure that they could stay out of the street life. Somebody that was making sure that they was showing the positiveness into their daily life that they wanted people to see. Somebody that was actually like, yo, I don't get off into all those type of negative things because they don't do nothing but tear down our community and they don't do nothing but tear down our people. Like, yeah, it's a couple people that get a couple dollars doing this, that, or whatever. But not only is they risking their lives to do it, but then they messing up other people's lives while they're doing it. And these are the things, again, that we don't realize while we young. When you young and you touching money and you just get money, that's all you be thinking about. And shit, I want to take care of my family and I want to live a better life and I want to make sure all the people around me is good and shit like that. These are the things that you think about when you young and you touching on a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? You really be thinking like, damn, I could probably make it happen if I just keep doing this. Not knowing the more you do it, the more risk you take and the more bullshit is going to happen. Trust and believe me, the more you do that shit, the more bullshit going to happen. Yeah, you would see people taking their little photos like with their little stacks and, you know, all having their little trips, having their little fun and shit. But the game don't go like that. That's not all the trust and believe me when I tell you, that's not all it is. I done been there. I done been to the fancy restaurants with my people and I done been out of town and I done went to, look, we done did it. We done been in nice places and all that. I ain't finna tell y'all all the things I done did like that, but just know we done some things. You know what I'm saying? And again, when you touch money and you young, you get like an arrogance to yourself. You get like a cockiness. You know what I'm saying? And you don't pay attention to the lessons that people be trying to give you beforehand, so you don't have to actually run into the thing that taught them the lesson in the beginning, right? Ooh, see, anyway, so this is all right. So we gonna think about it like this. You got an old school cat that know you shaking and moving and doing whatever it is that you're doing. He know what you're doing, how you doing it, right? And he tell you like, yo, young blood, I done been there before. I done did that, been doing that, you know what I'm saying? And I stopped doing that. And you look at him like, yo, well, if you was doing well doing it, why would you stop doing it? And he tell you like, well, the consequences that come behind doing the things that you do don't always show with you going to jail and you losing money. And that's something that people don't think about. Sometimes the consequences don't be you going to jail. Sometimes the consequences don't be you losing money. Sometimes the consequences be you losing sleep and losing sanity because you didn't grew to love somebody and somebody you didn't grew to love and got hurt, or somebody you didn't grew to love and got on to the same kind of bad stuff that you dealing. Now they deal in it too, except for they not dealing, they really dealing in it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think about those type of things. And again, those type of things that we normally don't think about. You feel me? It'd be like, you know, moments like that don't come till, like I said, we older in life. And once we get older in life and we do look back on moments like that, it help us, you know, it helps shape us, mold us, it help change us into different people, help mature us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we be looking for in life. We not really trying to stay the old person who we was, the person who was, you know, making all the mistakes, who made all the bad decisions, the person who kept bumping their head. That's not the person that we trying to be in life. In our actuality, we are definitely trying to be a new person. We trying to be a person who could possibly own his or her own business, or, you know, possibly go in with a couple other business owners and become corporation owners and things like that. You know, so it's more to life than just thinking because you touching a couple dollars that you winning. Working on the come up is definitely more than just thinking because you could touch a couple dollars that you done made the come up. It's not how it works. But when you young, that's how you think it work. You think the more money you get, boom, the sooner you come up, I'm up now. I got money, I'm up. And it don't work like that. You got to have a business mind and a business plan. You got to have a dream, a vision, a goal. You got to be something that you really thinking about that's driving you, that's going to help you change and consider changing your life. Like, because as long as you still making all this money and doing all this stuff with the money, right? Smoke gang! Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. 4:20 each and every Friday. Y'all know how we do. Smoke gang in the house. But yeah, when you touching on money and shit like that, you gotta really pay attention to what you're doing, because if you're not really putting up and you ain't got nobody around you that's trying to teach you how to start a business, open up a business, or get out of the life that you in, then you 9 times out of 10 gonna lose everything that you gained, one way or the other. And this is just the truth. So to add on to all that, to add on to the flip side of all that, this episode is called Working on the Come Up, because when I was, out there in the streets and I was doing all this bad stuff and, thinking I was making all this and making all that, I had a couple dollars, right? But I wasn't doing the right things with a couple dollars. I told you I was young and I was arrogant, prideful, and stubborn. Didn't want to listen to nobody. Didn't want to do what nobody was telling me to do. Oh, where is it? Oh, you can't see it, huh? Oh, there it go. There it go. Let me try. Should probably come more that way then, right? Okay, that's cool. Whatever. They can't see it either. So I ain't tripping. They can see the flash off the wall, though. But anyway, so you don't have nobody teaching you that you need to probably take this money and do something smart with this money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things that you can do with this money while you getting this money that can help turn your life around and change your life for the better. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't have people around them to teach them to do these type of things. And again, I was young, and all the people that I was around was doing all the shit that I was doing. They was just older than me. And they was drinking and hanging and partying, and this is what was getting done. When I was growing up, it was a lot of drinking, it was a lot of partying, a lot of smoking, it was a lot of fucking, excuse my language, but that's what was happening. It was a lot of all these crazy things was going on when I was growing up. So, again, I didn't really have no positive role models around me when I was growing up. I had a bunch of people that was almost as like-minded as me, doing all the same things that I was doing, basically. Because, I still came back over too far. Y'all, I'm trying to set it up so they can see it back there, too. But I don't think they're going to be able to see it over here. Yeah, they probably not. Okay, cool. So everybody got a little visual of it, a little piece. But yeah, so I didn't have people to tell me like, bro, you should take this money and you should go invest in houses, or you should take this money and you should go and invest in vehicles. You should take this money, or you should put this money into yourself where you can go to school and learn a trade that you actually like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people that could have told me certain things like this when I was young that didn't really tell me these things. They could have. It was people that knew. It was people that knew these things, but they wasn't trying to do them themselves. So why would they be telling me to do that? You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason why I do my podcast, because I want y'all to know that just because ain't nobody around y'all telling y'all that it's a better way, don't mean y'all stop looking for a better way. There's always a better way. You ain't got to be playing with poison out here with your people and doing all that stuff with your people. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be messing with that stuff to make no money. You don't have to be doing all the other bad things that we do to put our hands on a couple dollars. In real life, for real, It's so many ways to make money. You can go to school for business, right? And if you go to school for business and get a business degree, that all in itself is going to teach you how to open a business and how to run a business successfully. See, I didn't have people to teach me these type of things when I was growing up. When I was younger, I'm telling you, everybody I was around was either doing what I was doing or they was messing around in the drug game because they were selling. You know what I'm saying? So it was more so like everybody was trying to get out the hood. Everybody wanted to get out. Everybody wanted to get out the hood. You know what I'm saying? And all they knew is if they kept on doing what they was doing, they could possibly get out the hood. At least that was the thinking. That was the thought pattern. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the truth. And nobody was there to teach me that, yo, you got to take your money and do something with it because everybody that I was around, they wasn't doing nothing with their money. They was just doing whatever they wanted to do. Like, again, drinking, partying, you know, just throwing away money, basically. That's because, basically, in a nutshell, that's all was really happening. We was throwing away money because we was getting it so fast. We was spending it so fast. And we didn't know no better. Which, in turn, will leave you at a place where it's like, well, dang, if I stop doing this, exactly, you definitely got to invest. Hey, cousin, how are you? So, in turn, it'll leave you in a place where if nobody has ever taught you that you need to invest, and nobody has ever told you, like, yo, well, you know, hold on, my bad, y'all. I'm setting up my other camera over here. If nobody's ever told you that, you know, this is the way that you should invest your money and things like that, then you won't know. You'll be one of them people that don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't what's up. And that, again, this is why I do my podcast. Because everybody need to know. Like, you can get out of whatever you're doing. You can start a clothing line. You can start a hair business. You can start whatever kind of business you want. You know what I'm saying? It don't got to be what you're doing, especially if it's not legal. And that's, again, why today's podcast is called Working on the Come Up. Because I want y'all to know, I ain't just always been this dude that just jump on here and was like, yo, I'm just this extra positive dude. I'm just giving out all this positive energy and all these positive messages and da-da-da-da and things like that. Oh, I love you, cuz. I don't want y'all to think I'm just one of those people. Because I'm not just one of those people. Like, I used to be out there. I used to be in the streets. I used to run in the streets just like everybody else. But the difference is when I learned that all that stuff was wrong, and it could never leave me at a place where I will have millions in the bank and I can be like, yo, that's legit money. Can't nobody take that money from me. When I found out that I could never do that, doing the stuff that I was doing, and I also found out that doing that stuff was like killing the people that it was killing my own people. Like, why would I want to be messing with something that's killing my own people? So I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of those people that believe in, you know, murder and all that stuff, excuse the language, and rape and all that extra stuff like that. I don't believe in all that stuff. I come from a good family background where we believed in God and Lord Jesus Christ and things like that. So you know, I'm a good-hearted person, but I was just in the streets. I just did a bunch of street shit. I wasn't the best person, and it wasn't because I didn't want to be a better person. It was because I thought I was making all the right decisions, because I thought that, you know, selling a little drugs over here and selling a little drugs over here to get a little money here and there, it wasn't hurting nobody, and it was only going to help my situation. That's what I was thinking. The messed up, twisted way of thinking when you don't have nobody around you to mentor you, to discipline you, and show you better ways to be a better human being. Like, in order to be a better human being, you need people around you that's going to tell you what's right and what's wrong. So when you don't have somebody around you that's teaching you what's right and what's wrong, you do what you think is right. And like I said, I had a bunch of people around me that was all doing that. Either they was doing that or they were using that. And I ain't no user. I apologize for that, but I don't apologize. Sorry, not sorry. But at the end of the day, I stopped doing that because, all right, let's just say this. I ended up doing that stuff for a very large portion of my life, and a large portion of my life was lost because I was doing that. Like I didn't get the time to learn a trade the way I should have learned the trade. I didn't get the time to work at a job for 10 years and advance in that job or advance in that career for 10 years and be stable with a 401k and with retirement and all that. I didn't have that opportunity back then because my mindset back then was you don't need all that. You as long as you doing this, you gonna always have money and you gonna keep money and it's gonna keep coming in and it ain't no problems and this, that, and that. Because you see the mindset, you see the way I was thinking. Like so we have to change the way we thinking sometimes and when you change the way you thinking, you start to do different things. So as I got older, I just realized that since I was doing all the wrong things and I wasn't living right because of all the things that I was doing, I kind of sort of just stopped doing that, right? And most people would be like, well, if you just stop doing that, what you do? You was gonna go broke, right? As a man and as a real woman, you want your man to be out there working on a way to make a dollar. And as a real unit, you gonna be working on helping that man make a dollar the legit way. You don't just want him out there in the streets just working on making no dollar no any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So if this man got dreams of going to school and becoming a master mechanic, don't knock him because it might take him a few years to go to school and you know what I'm saying, learn these trades or get this degree or whatever it might take. You know what I'm saying? Like be behind your man, love your man, push your man, and men vice versa. Like when you got a woman that's, you know what I'm saying, doing something that's positive in her life, opening up a business, whatever, going to school, push, support, love on your people. Because at the end of the day, when that person finally does reach the goal or the plateau that they're working on reaching, even though they probably have another goal that they're gonna reach toward after that, they will be at a better place. Not only will they be at a better place after they've completed the first goal, but now they actually got finances coming in again and it's abundant. You know what I'm saying? So don't just knock your people because you find these people and you look at them and it's like, man, well, this person don't really got nothing going on. You don't know that. You don't know if this person just came from living a lifestyle like this where every day this person felt like they was giving poison to their people, or every day they felt like they was dodging bullets for their life, or every day they felt like they might get locked up, or anything the case might be. So when a person come from feeling like this is all they know to going to working on finding out how to do something else, like you can't just expect for a person who been doing something for 20 years to just immediately go from that to being like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna go work at the gas station. That ain't how life works. We all know that. Everybody in the world know that. But for that person actually go and work at a gas station, they actually go back and start doing the wrong shit that they was doing. So you gotta know that that person actually got a plan. They got a goal. They got a vision. You know what I'm saying? So don't just give up on that person. Don't just, you know, be like, oh no, they don't know what they doing. They ain't got nothing going on. Because at the end of the day, that person might really got something going on. And don't worry, cuz, or don't worry, bro, I got you. I love you. Don't even let it bother you. Don't think you out here by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your little words of encouragement might be just the things that that person need. Your friend might be sitting on a gold mine, and ain't nobody told him or told her, go ahead do that. If you do it, you come on, man. You know how this stuff works. You don't never know what'll happen, so just do it. Your little words of encouragement might be all your friend or family member need to change from the person that you're talking about to the person that you're trying to be with. Believe it when I tell you, and this how it works. Like, because people be working on doing things their whole lives. You know what I'm saying? Especially when a person really got a vision or really got a goal that they trying to accomplish. They really be working on doing these things their whole life. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you don't know what that person thinking about, or you don't know what that person goal is, or what that person vision is. Like, yeah, we all think like, when I get money, I want to take care of my whole family and shit like that, right? But when you come from the streets and when you come from touching a lot of money, your vision ain't small. Your dream ain't just to go and work a 9 to 5 and get a nice little paycheck at the end of the week and then be like, yo, all right, cool, I got me a nice little paycheck. Nah, that's not it. Like when you come from out there and you was touching that money, your vision is much bigger now. So the things that you're gonna be working on and the things that you're trying to plan out and strategize in your head, they not small things. Like, and it might take some effort for you from you networking and meeting other people. You know what I'm saying? Branching off and working with other people, learning a few things from other people while you're working with them, like dealing with them on as like for instance, in my case, me reaching out to other people and dealing with them and working with them on their podcasts and things like that. Or for a person who want to customly design shoes, reach out and deal with people who customly design shoes. Or a person who want to be a owner of a clothing brand, deal with people who you know that's either working on or who already own a clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? And then to add on to that, don't be the type of person that's nervous to jump out and just step out on faith and do it yourself. Nah, because in life, it's gonna happen one way or the other. Either you're gonna step out on faith and you're gonna grind and you're gonna get it, or you not and you're not gonna get it. So it's really up to you. That's all I'm telling you. Like in this life, you can believe me if you want, or you don't gotta believe me. But I'm telling you, the grinders out here, they grind, and it ain't just grinding because they like, man, oh man, life hard. Hell, fuck no. The grinders out here ain't thinking life hard. Y'all got life fucked up. The grinders out here like, shit, this shit finna be sweet once I get this way. Once I get done doing what I'm doing, life gonna be so beautiful for me out here. That's all I'm telling you. So don't feel like just because you have to step out and you might have to do it by yourself that the shit ain't gonna work. Because that ain't how it works. Like sometimes you gotta step out on that faith and you gotta do that shit yourself and show people like, yeah, I really do this shit. Like I really be doing this shit. Like don't play like I ain't really like nah, I really be doing this shit. So sometimes it takes for people to see that you will step out on your own faith and believe in yourself for them to really rock with you like that. Case in point, I got a good friend of mine. It's like a brother to me, right? And I've been asking him to podcast with me, right? And he was like, well, bro, I'm working on it. I'm thinking about it. I do it with you. You know what I'm saying? I just give me some time, right? And I'm fine with that, right? But he do beats. And he like, well, bro, I want you to just check out this beat for me and this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. Now, me being a real brother, a real man, a real friend, like, I'm not going to tell him no. Because at the end of the day, even though he didn't jump on the podcast with me, that didn't mean that his mind wasn't on something bigger. You see what I'm saying? His mind could have been on like, shit, I'm really trying to get this beat together and put some words on it so I can start the intro to your podcast before I even jump on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes as people, we can't just always be like, well, shit, what the fuck you mean? Just come on, just do it now. And then turn our back on the people because they be like, they can't do what you want them to do right now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes right now just ain't the time for them right now. You know what I'm saying? You have to really be a genuine human and sometimes realize that other people be having things going on too. Like just like you like to help, and you gotta remember, like you like to help people, you gotta remember 9 times out of 10 the people that you helping like to help people too. And that's just how it go. And you might not be the one that they helping at that time, but you got to remember that they like to help people too. So you can't get mad if You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta be real. You gotta stay real. You gotta always be real. And when you genuine like that and you supporting your people, don't just not support them because you feel like they ain't in the place to support you. It's like, oh no, you can't support me, so fuck it. No, I can't support you. No, don't never be like that. Because again, like I said, in my case, I'm gonna fuck with dog. I'm gonna listen to the beat and all that. And if I can add something to that motherfucker, I'm gonna add something to that motherfucker. You feel me? Cause real niggas do real shit. And if the beat blow, I blew too. You feel me? And he know if the podcast blow, he gonna blow too. So it ain't like you know, he running from that shit. It's just like, you know, again, if the nigga trying to make a beat for the podcast, how can I be mad at the nigga for trying to make the shit better in his own little way? He want to bring his own little something to the table. You know what I'm saying? So we'd be mad at people because they don't jump on our bandwagon, but they really is trying to work on to come up the same way we is. You know what I'm saying? It's just some people, you know what I'm saying? And let me talk about this. Some people talk about people who don't work 9 to 5s. Stop doing that. Listen, if y'all ain't gonna help the motherfuckers, don't fucking say no negative shit about the motherfuckers. If you're not gonna fucking help, support, and be there for your people, don't fucking bring no negative energy to them. Because you never know what the fuck they got going on or what the fuck they thinking anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you good at doing the whole 9 to 5 thing don't mean that everybody good at doing the 9 to 5 thing. Everybody ain't good at the 9 to 5 thing. It's just truth. And some people need to realize that shit. Everybody just ain't cut out for that. But everybody are trying to make you feel like you just got to go get this 9 to 5. No, I ain't no 9 to 5 type of dude. I'm a creative type of dude. So I'm going to always come up with something. I got so many creative ideas up here in this head right now. I'm trying to tell you. I'm working on 2 books. I'm podcasting. I'm making reaction videos. I'm streaming. Do you understand? Like, listen, it's too much going on up in here for me to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to work a 9 to 5 and just say fuck everything in my head. What is wrong with you? Is something wrong with you? Because it ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm telling y'all for sure, I know I'm good. Like, at the end of the day, I would be the crazy one to not use the ideas in my head when I know they could lead to something great. And that's what I'm telling you. You would be crazy too if you don't use the ideas in your head when you know they could lead to something great. Like, why wouldn't you? Use it. Work with the tools that you got. Don't stop working with the tools that you got. You know what I'm saying? You got to always work with the tools you got. People will tell you like, man, yeah, it might take forever to do that. Shit. It take forever to do anything legit for real when you build and you gotta build. Like, what y'all think they built Rome in a day? Name one house that got built in one day. Name any business that you know that just got built in one day. Name a car that you know that literally got built by hands and was built in one day. Whole car. Anything. Name anything that you know that was built in one day. Like, for real. Like, because I don't know nobody that built a whole brand in one day. I don't know nobody who built a whole brand in 1 year. Like, building a brand, building yourself, building your business, that shit is not just that shit not for the weak. Let me say that too. This shit not for the weak. When you really working on to come up, this shit not for the weak. Because you had days where you don't eat. You had days where you don't see your family. You had days where you feel like you don't know what your next move gonna be. You had days like that. But you bite down and you keep going. You don't stop. Why would you stop? You done put all this time and effort into it. That's crazy. And you know what you know. You know what you know what you know. Can't nobody tell you what you know. Nobody know what you know. Only you know what you know. And we all know that too. And that's what be killing me with people. People be like, that person know they shouldn't have. Why shouldn't they? How you know what that person thinking? How you know if that person don't look, man, listen. I know people who like to walk and think. Like y'all remember, it used to be a show. I can't remember the name of the show, but he used to be the dude on the show, and he would walk in circles in his room. Not no jail cell either. We talking about a rich dude who would walk in circles in his room as he was thinking up ideas or thinking up things to tell his family so they could do to be saved for whatever it was that he was thinking about. I promise y'all, I can't think of the show, but I remember this. It was like so vivid in my head, right? So some people walk. I'm not one of them people that could just be like content walking all the time. You know what I'm saying? Now I walk for exercise. If that's you know what I'm saying, if that's what I'm doing that day, I go for a walk or something like that. But I know people who just comfortable walking just to think. You know what I'm saying? Like and so when it come to this, man, we gotta realize, man, everybody we not all the same. Like we be all want everybody to be the same, and it's just not like that. Everybody not the same. Like some people take in love differently than others. You know what I'm saying? Like for real talk. Some people feel like, and I hate to say it like this, but some people then came from a place where they feel like if you're not being disrespectful, that you don't love them, and that's you know what I'm saying, a sad place to come from. But I'm just telling y'all, everybody is different. Everybody take things different. Everybody show they love different. Everybody show how they care different. Everybody's different. We all different. So we all gotta pay attention to take note to that. It's always things that we might be able to help somebody with just an encouraging word. It's always things we might be able to help somebody with just a little bit of advice. It's always things we might be able to help somebody with just a little bit of push in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just be turning our back on people because we look at people and be like, dang, this person needs some money. I ain't got no money to give them, so I ain't going to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always about money. Sometimes your words can help a person come up with the creative idea that they've been looking for. Just spark that one little idea that they've been waiting on for who knows how long. And we never know how God work in people's life. And that's the other thing that I be, I pray all the time. I tell y'all all the time, I pray all day, every day. So you never know how God gonna work in your life. You never know when it's your turn to get that word, that one good word to that person, and your word is what's gonna make them get up from and get up from laying in front of the fountain and get in the fountain. How would you know? You don't know. Nobody ever knows. Like you never know when the person gonna come and give you the word that you've been waiting on. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta remember in life that everybody working on the come up. This is what life is. We working on coming up. We working on being better people. We working on showing better and doing better for everybody around us. It ain't just for us. You know what I'm saying? And that sometimes be the whole issue sometimes, because sometimes we'll be thinking so far ahead that we'll think that if we can't make this move and have everybody working with us and moving with us, then we not doing something right. You know what I'm saying? And again, it ain't like that. Sometimes people just rather you come up, you just come up. Like, see, I live in Detroit, and this is what y'all got to know about Detroit. Everybody in Detroit feel like they're hustling. So when a person look at you in Detroit and they look at you and they be like, "Oh, you don't feel like you can get up and get it yourself?" They look at you like, "Well, shit, I definitely ain't gonna get it for you. I'm not even gonna help you get it." Because you don't want to get up and get it yourself. Listen, if I had never posted my first video, I probably would have never posted another one. That's all I'm telling y'all. So if you don't never take that step out there and jump into that class, how would you know if you gonna pass it or not? You know what I'm saying? You just got to be real with you and real with your situation. Don't be the one that's like, oh man, like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, why is it like that? Don't be the one that's like that. Always be the one that's like, yo, this situation getting better because I'm working on making it better. I'm going to get up and I'm going to exercise every day. I'm going to get up and I'm going to pray every day. I'm going to get up and I'm going to work toward my goal every day, no matter what, rain, hail, sleet, or snow. No matter how good I feel, no matter how bad I feel. No matter if somebody done piss me off or not. No matter what the circumstances might be. I'm going to get up and work on being the best version of me every day and being a better person every day just because that's what I want to do. Not because nobody else wants you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta want to do it for yourself, and that's what I'm really trying to get y'all to see. So let me go back to what I was telling y'all, for real, because I really ain't got there yet. Hold on. We smoking, smoke gang. So yeah, I'm going back to what I was really telling y'all originally. So originally I was telling y'all that I was out in the streets and I was getting money. And you know, I was moving and shaking for however long, 20 years I say, about 20 years of my life I spent in the streets, right? So when I finally came to realization that, you know, I shouldn't be in the streets, I just stopped doing street stuff. I just stopped. Now, man, I ain't never been no dummy or nothing like that. And I ain't never been the type of nigga that was lazy because I ain't no lazy nigga, nothing like that. But when I stopped doing that stuff, I wasn't really the type of dude that wanted to go and just, I didn't want to go and work for nobody else. I ain't never been the type of person that liked working for nobody else. Like, so I wasn't really, you know, good with going to get no job and working for people, right? I drove for Uber. I drove for a couple medical transportation companies, and I did stuff like that to stay afloat, to keep money coming in. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of stuff that I was doing until I lost my vehicle. Keep up with me now. So, when I lost my vehicle, I didn't know that I wasn't going to be able to. I didn't know I was going to lose my vehicle. That's number one. And number two, I didn't know that life was finna take the turn that it was taking. But you got to remember, I was in the streets doing all this bad stuff. And I'm a firm believer in Lord Jesus Christ. I'm a firm believer in God. And I'm a firm believer in the seeds that you sow. That's, you know what I'm saying? You reap what you sow. So I was sowing negative for all those years. So in order for me to overcome what I'm going through right now, I have to be humble enough to accept the fact that I gotta grind to get to where I want to get to. So y'all gotta understand what I'm telling y'all. Like the fact that I don't want to work for nobody, there's nothing wrong with that. You understand? But the fact that I am still grinding, working for myself, regardless if I'm getting finance for doing it right now or not, doesn't mean that I'm not still working. Because I'm still working and I'm still grinding. Y'all, I'm right here talking to y'all right now. You feel me? I don't stop. Like I ain't gonna stop. See, and this is what, let me tell y'all this. Since I had this type of hustling spirit when I was in the streets, all I did was transferred it. You know what I'm saying? I took all that hustling spirit that I had when I was out there, all those long nights where I slept in the car, where I was walking up and down the streets all night, or this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. I took it and I transferred it. And I said, I'm finna use all this positive energy that I got, and I'm finna start doing something positive with my life. And as of right now, I almost been podcasting for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still going. Like, I'm not going to stop. I'm like almost at the 2-year mark. And I feel good about it. Like, I be going back and looking at some of my own videos like, man, that boy's smart. You know what I'm saying? So I just know that in the end of the day, at the end of the day, me working on the come up that I'm working on is going to pay off. Not only is it going to pay off, but I enjoy it. And when, after it does happen, when it happens, I'm going to know it's God that did it. Like, it wasn't no... It wasn't no negative street stuff. It wasn't no me doing some stuff to, to somebody I shouldn't have been doing. It wasn't no me turning my back on my people or none of that. Because at the end of the day, all of this is me grinding, working on the come up. So when I do come up for real, off of me, being the person that I am, the knowledgeable person that I am, the wise man that I am, when I come up off of giving away this wisdom and teaching people how to be a better person and how not to be like I used to be, you know what I'm saying? Then people will start having a different type of respect for me. You know what I'm saying? They'll start having a different type of respect for me. Like, oh, I do remember when he was like this. But look at him now. Like, he done worked hard. He done lost weight. He done got his podcast off the ground. He's really doing well. You know what I'm saying? The stream doing really well. And then it's going to be like, oh, okay. I see what all the hard work and all the effort actually did for the young man. And that's when everybody can you know what I'm saying? So they going to have to wait to see it like I got to wait to see it too. They going to be I'm going to be just as surprised as them. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just happy that I can jump on here and give y'all this game and give y'all this knowledge. That's what y'all got to know. Y'all just got to know that I'm happy that I can love on people and show people that God is love. It's a better way to love people other than being angry and turning your back on people because you feel like they not doing what you want them to do. Like, nah, people ain't got to do what you want them to do. That ain't how life works. We all supposed to be doing what God told us to do. That's number one. Let's get that out there. Like, we all supposed to be doing the Lord's work. Jesus said. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it a buck around here. Let's not be mad at people because they don't want to go and do what somebody else tell them to do all day. Especially if they constantly telling you, yo, I'm doing what God told me to do. I'm telling my people on a daily basis. I'm helping my people on a daily basis. I'm motivating and inspiring people on a daily basis. Not only just to be better people, but I motivate and inspire people to go to God. I'm motivating and inspire people to listen to the word, read the word, open the book. I motivate and inspire people to do these things. So, you know, I don't let it bother me when life don't seem like it's going the way that somebody think it should be going. Like, oh, well, my life ain't, well, because it ain't supposed to go that way right now. Like, God got a plan for all of us, and we all know this. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not going to get mad because his plan for me is taking a little bit more time. That just means I need to be a little bit more patient and be a little bit more on my grind. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean get mad and start tweaking out and then flipping out and tripping. That means keep your mind strong, keep your head in the game, and get ready because you might just be dipping. You know what I'm saying? You never know when the bag gonna drop when you working in God's world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing the things that I do. I enjoy the work that I do. I help some of my nephews. I help some of my cousins. I help some of my friends. I help some of my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like when I talk to these people love to hear me talk. Like people love me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, so I ain't gonna never feel like I'm doing something wrong. It's never gonna be a time where I feel like me giving people this knowledge and just because I ain't got no income coming in right now that I'm doing something wrong. Nah, I know I'm doing something right because I ain't in the streets no more. Because I ain't trying to tote no pistols and shoot at none of my people and ride none of my people no more. Because I ain't doing none of these crazy things that's putting poison into the community and tearing people's homes apart. So I know me getting on here and telling people how not to be like that is the right thing. Regardless if I'm being financed for doing it right now or not, trust me, I know in the long run it's gonna pay off one form or the way or the other. And this is just what we all should know. Like when you put positive into positive, when you sow positive seeds, you reap positive benefits. It's just how it goes. When I was young and I was coming up, I wasn't sowing positive seeds. I was sowing negative seeds. So I had to reap negative benefits for a while. It's just what it is. Like, and I don't run from that. Like, I ain't scared of my life. I ain't scared of how it's going, and I ain't scared of what I done been through. Like, I love and enjoy the fact that I done been through so much in my life. I love and enjoy the fact that my life has taken a turn from me always being in the streets and like, see, look, and this the thing, like, you can be getting money, right? And in the midst of you getting money, you cannot know where you gonna sleep at because you so nervous because you got money, right? You could be getting money and not know who around you and not know who you could trust around you because you getting money. So you not even comfortable in your own house. You know what I'm saying? You could be getting money and be going to different cities and enjoying yourself and living life to the fullest, you know what I'm saying, to what it looked like to the outside. But on the inside, you feel like, man, I if I ain't had none of this stuff, would none of these people be around here? And this is what you be feeling the whole time that you doing some of these things, right? But the way I feel right now, the people around me, I know they supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that I got with me, the people that rock with me, I know they rock with me because he not doing that and he working on doing something positive on a daily, on the grind. I don't stop. Like, every day I get up and I got a positive message for somebody around me in my life. Or we all got a positive message for each other. We praying around each other, for each other, things like that. And we helping each other with the dreams and goals that they got. We support and we being supportive to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not the type of people that's finna talk negative energy into the people around us. Like, why would I talk negative into the people's lives around me? Why would I talk negative into my family's lives? Why would I talk negative into my friends' lives? We don't do that type of stuff. We speak life into each other. We speak life into our finances. We speak life into our well-being. We speak life into our health. We speak life into our mindfulness. We speak life into our sanity. We speak life into these things. We don't just walk around like, oh, well, it might be okay. I don't know if it's going to be okay for real, but nah, that ain't how we is. We around here like, yo, it's going to be okay. We know it's going to be okay. Number one, we rock with G-O-D and Jesus Christ. That's number one. Number two, just knowing that these things is going the way. Like, listen, when you doing positive things, all type of positive stuff happen for you, and you don't even got to ask for it to happen. When God know your heart and he know how you live, he going to supply the things you need. When you got food, you got a roof, you got lights, gas, water, heat, you can work on building you a business. You can work on being somebody that you want to be. You can work on doing all the things that God wants you to do at the same time. Like being a better person, loving on love thy neighbor like you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? You could work on being like that. You could work on not being so negative every time you feel like something happened. You can work on not being always on the cuss and talk shit and be you can work on not being that person. You can always work on being a better person. I tell everybody, you ain't got to be the bad person just because somebody around you fucked up. Like, you can always be the type of person, like, either you could talk them out of being fucked up or get them from around you. Like, it's just that simple. Like, you don't got to involve yourself in fucked up bullshit because people be fucked up. That ain't how life work. We don't rock like that. We ain't never rock like that. Like, just because somebody else fucked up, I'm going to be fucked up? Hell no. You old follower ass, nigga. Get your follower ass away from me. We don't need them type of men, supposed to be men around us, like, because men supposed to think rational and logical at all times. So if your homeboy then got a little emotional because some bullshit happened, he needs you there to pull him back to get, bro, don't do this, nigga. You finna fuck your whole life up. Do not do no dumb shit like that, bro. Be a real man and always be the nigga that can go against everybody else. Like, don't be the nigga that's fucking bandwagon with everybody else just because, fuck it, if I don't do this, they gonna look at me like, shit, what the fuck wrong with you? Nigga, I got sense, nigga. That's the fuck wrong with me. The fuck wrong with you? You ain't got no common sense? Ain't nobody ever taught you not to do fucked up shit just because somebody else did some fucked up shit? Let me tell you, if you're a taxpaying citizen, if you are a regular ass civilian, when dumb shit happen, call the police. Please don't be the type of motherfucker think you supposed to be motherfucking Superman, Batman. You supposed to say today, supposed to run grab your Glock every time you see some dumb shit happen. No, because they will lock your black ass up just because you grabbed your Glock and shot that motherfucker. And there's many of y'all that watch me that know that there's no lies in what I'm telling y'all. They be waiting on you to let one of them rounds go. Oh yeah, that's him. It belong to that nigga. We on him. No bullshit, gang. If you a taxpaying citizen, call the police. Just be that type of person. Like, yeah, nah. I don't snitching. Fuck snitching, nigga. I'm trying to get my motherfucking community back in order, nigga. How the fuck can we make legit black money and have legit black business and legit black banks and legit anything legit if everybody around us, we just watching all the bullshit happen? Ain't nobody gonna say shit about shit. Fuck is you talking about? What do you mean? Okay. So we not saying nothing about nothing. So a nigga just ran up in your people crib. What, you finna go gun them down? Then you gonna go to jail. So that mean now your people done lost one body, and then they gonna lose another body because now you in jail, right? But you got a fucking job you've been working for 4.5 years, and now all of a sudden you just gonna throw it all away. You just gonna throw it all away. You got a business you've been running for 2.5 years that just not started picking up, and now you just gonna throw it all away. Is that what's going on here? You just gonna throw your whole life away now because some fucked up shit happened? No. Y'all got to start using y'all fucking heads. Why the fuck do y'all think y'all pay taxes? You pay taxes for them niggas to put their motherfucking life on the line and go find the motherfuckers that did the dumbass shit. That's why you pay taxes. Get security and all that shit so you can help them. No, this the motherfucker that ran up in my shit. Go get him. Right. This is why y'all motherfuckers pay taxes. But y'all be so stuck to this, no, I can't be no snitch. Like, listen, you can't always be Superman either. You can't always be Batman. And this is not me telling you that if you are already in the streets and living the street life and you in the gang life and all that shit, to go and start doing what the fuck all these other dumbass niggas is doing that's in the street life. No, that's not what I'm telling you. If you in the street life, nigga, you stuck there. That's where you at. Like, that's just, it is what it is. Like, if you go and commit some motherfucking crimes, nigga, then yeah, if you get caught and go to jail, nigga, then you just shit out of luck. Like, who the fuck supposed to help you when you the motherfucker that went and committed the motherfucking crimes? Can't nobody help you. That's what I'm telling you. They got us stuck in this motherfucking cycle where we think we always got to be the ones doing the fucking dumbass shit. The risk that we got to take got to be fucked up. The risk that we got to take, we got to fucking go shoot at niggas. We got to fucking sell dope, throw bricks at the penitentiary. We got damn near lose our lives every day to make. Do you know they got fucking 19-year-old stockbrokers making $19 million every other year? Listen, I'm only telling you this because I want y'all to realize it is a better way. We don't have to be the ones that's out here fucking gunslinging at each other. What is you fucking gunslinging at your brother for? Like, nah, that nigga black like you. He got the same issue you got, bro. He black. Listen, ain't no issue past that. We not finna fucking get past that right now. The same issue that you got, he got too, because he black too. So whatever you think that you going through, whatever poverty that you think you had, he probably had it too, in a different form or a different fashion. But he probably dealing with it differently, and that's why you looking at the situation differently. It's how you looking at the situation. You gotta learn how to deal with this shit. Like, listen, look, I'm telling y'all this shit because some of y'all niggas ain't cut for the streets no way. And that's why a lot of y'all niggas is rocking out with niggas that's snitching on y'all now. That's another reason why I completely got away from all of that shit. I don't deal with none of that type of shit. And that's why I'm giving, I jump on this bitch every Friday and I give y'all some knowledge because I want y'all to know you don't got to be doing that shit. And nigga, you don't got to be risking your life in no kind of way. Penitentiary life, like unalived life, all that shit, losing friends and family and all that shit. You do not got to do that shit. That is why I jump on this bitch and tell y'all, like, I used to be out there. I used to do all type of dumbass shit. I'm not doing that type of dumbass shit no more. Now I'm just focused on the fact that you got to be patient in the long game. Like, life is a long game. And that's the point that a lot of us be missing. You got to be patient in this shit. So when you start something and you really dedicate yourself to something, just because you just started dedicating yourself to something and then it been a year and a half, don't mean shit finna just pop off and fly like that. No, fuck no. If you ask the average business owner whose business is actually doing well, they'll tell you business don't pop for the first 5, 10 years. You don't really actually see a little bit of a profit for the first five for sure. So when you start to step into something that's for you and you doing something for you, you got to know that you stepping into the long game. Money ain't it might not come right now immediately. It might not be right around the corner. Even though what you doing is gonna bring the money sooner or later. Eventually the money gonna be there. You gonna make it. But you just gotta know this is not something that you could just step into like that and it's gonna be like, all right, well, I have some money tomorrow. Nah, cause you might not have no money tomorrow. Tomorrow might not be the day that you had no money. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the long game. You know what I'm saying? And they don't teach us in schools early in the early days, early age, that you can take your money and invest your money. They don't teach us these things. Like I was never taught these things. You know what I'm saying? Like I still right now, I'm not the perfect investor. So I can't be like, yo, I put my money in this and I worked and watched these stocks and then I worked and watched these stocks. Nah. Cause I ain't did that. I still ain't really learned how to do that just well quite yet. But I'm working on that too. But that's the thing. Like it's the long game. You don't just jump head first into something you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of people lose their money in stocks and investments and things like that. Because before they find out a little bit about what they finna step off into, they just be ready to throw some money into it. And that's not smart. You know what I'm saying? I ain't being funny. It's just not smart. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn what you about to invest in. You need to learn some things about the risk that you're gonna take. You need to learn some things about the downfall that can come from you investing in anything and things like that. Like again, it's people out here who make millions and millions of dollars every year while we be sitting back and be talking trash about people who got regular 9 to 5 jobs that's working average jobs making $48,000 to $56,000 a year, and y'all be mad at some of these dudes because they can't take you out on a nice date because he can't go and spend $100,000 on you on a date. Y'all be mad at some of these women because they don't look like the girl that you just seen at the club over there with $400 hair wig on and the $500 nails, and like y'all got to get real out here. Like it's really people out here that's living real lives, that's grinding, working on coming up the right way. Like they didn't turn their back on all that negative stuff and they didn't really got focused on doing all the right things. And just because their life don't look like y'all want their life to look like, don't mean that they're not going in the right direction. Because again, we got to remember what you reap is what you sow. So when they're sowing all good seeds, all good thoughts, all good energy, all positive into the universe, guess what? Eventually, I'm sorry to tell you, regardless if you want to hear it or not, eventually, all those good seeds that they sowing gonna eventually start reaping. So that means eventually, sooner or later, that person that you're talking about that's sitting back, that's trying to learn how to do this podcasting, or that's trying to learn how to do these reaction videos, or that's trying to learn how to do these beats, or that's trying to learn how to do this stock marketing, that's trying to learn how to do investing, that's trying to learn how to sing, or trying to learn how to write a book, or whatever they sitting back and they didn't put all their time into. All these people that y'all talking about, when they reap the harvest that they're sowing into, don't be the type of person that want to come around now and be like, yo, I always knew it would happen for you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't think it was going to happen for me at all. You know how I know you didn't think it was going to happen for me? Because when I talked to you about it, you told me I'm wasting my time and I need to go and do this. When I talked to you about it, you told me, what you gonna ever get from that? You ain't gonna ever get nothing from that. You need to go and do this so you can get something. What? Have you not ever heard of life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So where you think you running 2 miles, you might have to run 5. Some people run 10. I think they call it a decathlon or something. Something like that. I don't know, y'all can look it up though, but some people run 10 miles. You know what I'm saying? So just listen to what I'm telling y'all. Life ain't as short as y'all be trying to make it. You ain't gotta always jump head first and run fast right now. Gotta have the money right now. You ain't always gotta be the type of person that's looking down on the other motherfucker because they like, nah, I ain't finna go and do that for them motherfuckers. I'm finna focus on doing this shit for me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta look down on them for that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people live hard so they can live great. You got to understand that. And if you don't understand that, there's something wrong with you. Because you living okay and you don't even feel like you living great. Like you don't feel good about the shit you're doing yourself right now. Like you not happy with the life that you living. Like you still trying to work on coming up your damn self. So why the fuck would you be mad at somebody who's actually focused on they come up? You know what I'm saying? Like they said take 10,000 hours in something before you actually know it and can master your craft. How many of y'all can say y'all put 10,000 hours into yourself and what you do? That's what I'm saying. But y'all will give a whole lifetime to somebody else's company because y'all making a couple dollars here and there. Like how important is the money? And how important is the come up? Which one is more important? Working on the come up or getting a couple dollars while you constantly stressing yourself out trying to focus on your come up. Let me tell you something. As long as I got God in my life, as long as I got my family that love me, as long as I got my friends that love me, as long as I got the people in my life that love me, I know that the things that I'm focused on, not only am I going to do and I'm going to accomplish the goals that I'm driven to complete, not only am I going to complete them, but we all going to reap from what I'm sowing. And that's why I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. So you can hate me now, as Nas would say, but I won't stop now. You understand? I'm going to keep going. Like, this not a game to me. Like, I done did my show with no lights. I done did my show and I ain't ate that day. I done did my show and didn't even know how I was going to get on to do my show. I'm trying to tell you. You got to be focused on your grind. You got to be so determined to not quit. You got to be so determined to make it. You got to be so determined to have so much willpower that all the stuff, the negative stuff that people saying about what you got going on, you just got to soak it up. You just got to soak it up. You just got to soak it up and be like, you know what? I'm going to love on you so tough when I make it. You going to be so mad I'm loving on you so hard once I make it. You're going to be like, damn it, man, this motherfucker. Yeah. I'm that motherfucker. I'm the motherfucker that once I make it, I'm coming to get everybody. I done made it, motherfucker. Now you ain't got to do the shit you was doing. Now what? Huh? See, then they gonna be having them little feelings, and that's why we having this conversation. Because everybody need to be focused on them. You got to learn how to understand what putting 10,000 hours into yourself is. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be the type of person that know how to put in 10,000 hours into yourself. Like, into you. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just going to work every day, 8 hours a day, and coming home, paying the bills, just barely making it, paying your car note, just barely making it, then wishing that you could move, thinking about, dang, I wish I had a better job, dang, I hope I get a promotion. Fuck that. And I ain't even finna stun on y'all. Fuck that. If I'm finna fucking come home and have to starve, come home and have to hear a bunch of bullshit, come home and the lights might get cut off, and come home and have to struggle anyway, I'm gonna struggle putting in my motherfucking 10,000 hours. You better motherfucking believe that. Because all that motherfucking time that I wasted when I was young, putting in them hours in the streets where I thought I was doing something, where I thought I was going to turn myself into somebody and didn't have nobody to tell me, nigga, you need to invest some of this money. All that is time wasted and time wasted and money gone. You hear me? That's all that shit is. But guess what? Once I get these 10,000 hours in on myself, and I get so focused on myself where I have changed, like everything around me has changed, and it shows, then y'all gonna know why this is called working on the come up. God bless everybody that came out and joined King T 420 SCC for Smoking with the King. I do Smoking with the King each and every Friday. Normally it's on YouTube and Instagram for sure. And I just did Fanbase. Thank you, Fanbase, for enjoying my Smoking with the King. And I just did Facebook for the first time. So, you know, I'll let y'all know how it go. I'll let y'all know what I think about it. And y'all let me know what y'all thought. You know, leave comments or whatever. And I appreciate everybody that watched. I'll get with y'all again next week. That's how we do it. And I'm gone. I'm out of here, gang.